Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mita Farika, and in this video I will present about Islamic civilization in the West. Before I get into the video, I apologize if my English pronunciation is very bad. I hope you can understand a little bit what I'm saying. Okay, I'll go straight to the presentation. For the first is background. Islamic civilization is one of the greatest civilizations in world history and has made extraordinary contributions to science, culture, and modern human civilizations. It once reached a golden age in knowledge, culture, and technology. Baghdad, Cordoba, and Andalusia become major centers of learning. After this period of glory, Islamic civilization experienced a complex decline influenced by Western imperialism. Western nations such as Britain, the Netherlands, France, and Portugal carried out systematic colonizations of Muslim regions for economic, political, and ideological purposes. For the next is Center of Islamic Science. The first is Baitul al-Hikmah, established in the X-year century by Caliph al-Ma'mun. The Baitul Hikmah serves as a center for translation, research, and scientific development, bringing together the best scholars from around the world. It hosts a collection of works from Greek, Persian, Indian, and Chinese civilizations translates into Arabic. The second is University of Cordoba in Andalusia, one of the largest centers of learning in Europe. The University of Cordoba in Andalusia is the oldest university still in existence. Its library contains hundreds of thousands of manuscript volumes. The next is Rise of Muslim Scholar. The emergence of great Muslim scholars such as Al-Khwarizmi, Ibn Sina, Al-Farabi, and Ibn Khaldun. Al-Khwarizmi in mathematics, Ibn Sina in medicine, Al-Farabi in philosophy, Ibn Khaldun in sociology and history. Their contributions form the foundation of modern scientific disciplines and demonstrate the intellectual capacity of Islam to create universal knowledge. The next is destruction of the works of Islamic scholars. In 1258, Mongols conquered Baghdad. The Mongol army under Hulagu Khan attacked and destroyed Baghdad. The House of Wisdom was burned to the ground. Hundreds of thousands of scientific, philosophical, and religious manuscripts were lost forever. The Tigris River was said to have turned black from the ink from the books thrown into it. The next, in the 1492, the fall of Andalusia. The fall of Granada marked the end of Islamic civilizations in Spain. The Islamic library in Granada was burned on the order of Cardinal Cisneros. Thousands of priceless manuscripts of Islamic science, literature, and philosophy were destroyed in the blaze, erasing centuries of intellectual heritage. Next is Arabic language ban. Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand issued decrees banning the use of Arabic in their territories. Muslims were forced to abandon their cultural and linguistic identities. This policy systematically cut off the transmission of Islamic knowledge and destroyed the identity of Muslim civilization in Europe. The next is impact of destruction. The first is Islam intellectual heritage was forgotten and not passed on the future generations. Thousands of scientific, philosophical, and medical manuscripts were lost forever when the great Islamic libraries were burned. The second, the intellectual stagnation of the Islamic world was massive. Without center of knowledge like the House of Wisdom and the Library of Andalusia, the development of Islamic science and culture suffered a prolonged decline. Number three is Europe translate and develop Islamic science, sparking the Renaissance and the scientific revolution. Ironically, much of the West's progress stemmed from the Islamic intellectual heritage it adopted. And number four is psychological impact. Generation of Muslim educated under the colonial system lost touch with their own Islamic heritage. Colonial education created a profound sense of identity, alienation, and intellectual crisis. Next slide is Islamic demonology or Islamophobia. The systematic and ongoing construction of a negative image of Islam through Western propaganda and mass media. The origins of the Crusades conflict of the 11 years to 13 years centuries shaped negative perceptions of Islam in Europe. Western media associates Islam with violence and terrorism, exacerbating stigma and discrimination against Muslims. Islamophobia literally means fear or hatred of Islam, but this phenomenon is not just a natural fear, but is a social construct that is deliberately created and maintained through channels of influence for certain political and ideological interests. Okay, the next slide is mechanism, the spread of Islamophobia. Mechanism number one is Western media and political propaganda construct a negative narrative of Islam through press reporting, framing terrorism, and content that systematically discredit Muslim. The number two is Western education within Eurocentric perspective ignores the contribution of Islamic civilization, producing a generation that is unfamiliar with Islamic intellectual heritage and views Islam as an inferior civilization. The number three is the post-war on terror. Campaign legitimates the global stigmatization of Islam, making Muslim identity a security threat and exacerbating discrimination against Muslim communities in the West. The next slide is Westernization of the Islamic world. The entry of Western culture, education, technology, and lifestyle entered Muslim societies through imperialism, mass media, colonial education, and systematic globalization. Erosion of traditional values. Traditional Islamic values are slowly being eroded. Religion has become a purely personal matter, weakening Islam's role in the social and cultural life of the community. Intellectual fragmentation. The colonial education system created a generation of Muslims alienated from the Islamic intellectual heritage, resulting in fragmentation of thought and a profound identity crisis. The weakening of Islamic identity. Globalization and the dominance of Western culture are weakening Islamic identity. Muslims face the challenge of maintaining their identity amidst the strong currents of modernization. The next slide is impact Westernization. The first impact is traditional Islamic values are being eroded by the influx of the Western culture and lifestyle, which are gradually dominating Muslim societies. The second is secular education is displacing Islamic education, alienating generation of Muslims from their own intellectual heritage and religious values. The next impact is Islamic identity is becoming increasingly weakened and fragmented, creating an identity crisis among Muslims living under the influence of Western culture. Next slide is the rise of Islam in the West. 20th century Islamic renewal movement to revive the glory of Muslim in the Western world. Key figures Muhammad Abduh, Muhammad Iqbal, Tariq Ramadan, Abdul Karim Soros, Ali Saryati, and Rais Buyan is the movement for Islamic intellectual revival. Large mosques emerged in Western cities as center of growing and influential Muslim communities. Okay, the next slide is Islamic revival strategy. Strategy number one is strengthening modern Islamic education that is capable of integrating contemporary science with the rich values and intellectual heritage of Islam. The strategy number two is a reconstruction of the narrative of Islamic history to correct distortions and restore awareness of the people regarding the great contribution of Islamic civilizations to the world. Strategy number three, constructive Islamic Western dialogue and cooperation to build mutual understanding, reduce Islamophobia, and strengthen cross-cultural relations. Strategy number four, strategic use of digital technology for dakwah, Islamic education, and the dissemination of positive narrative about Islamic civilization in the modern era. For the next slide is the role of mosque and Muslim communities. Mosques have emerged in major Western cities such as London, Paris, New York, and Berlin as spiritual and social centers for Muslims. Thousands of Europeans and North Americans have embraced Islam, reflecting the appeal and growth of Muslim communities in the West. These growing and active Muslim communities play a role of interfaith dialogue, education, and the social life of Western societies. Okay, conclusion of this presentation is Western imperialism significantly influenced the decline of Islamic civilization, the destruction of libraries, educational institutions, and Islamic intellectual heritage was a defining turning point in Muslim history. The loss of the House of Wisdom and the Andalusian Library was a civilizational tragedy whose impact is felt to this day. One quote from Muhammad Abduh: Islam will not progress if its followers continue to close their eyes to modern knowledge. Okay, that's enough of my explanation. Apologies me if I have some mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.